Take a look at Kaspa, take a look at Bitcoin, see what's going. We can figure out what's going on with the market here, and see if we start seeing some stuff start popping here for this alt season. Right? Got some pretty big news here. I've talked about this before on the channel. Um, don't know, rumor or not, there's no official Coinbase listing yet, but leaked documents suggest a non-binding and potential listing frameworks are in place with both Coinbase and Kraken. These rumors stem from alleged leaks of a partnership plan, a signed MOU between Blockdag and Coinbase's head of listings, and details about future trading pairs. However, official announcements have not been made. All right, what the rumors say: signed MOU, non-binding memorandum of understanding exists between Blockdag and Coinbase, outlining a structured pathway and due diligence for potential listing. So, I know I put this out there to you guys months ago. This thing has taken forever to launch. But if it goes on Coinbase and Kraken, that'll definitely that'll make my year for sure. I have over 100,000 of Blockdag. I have one of the miners. So if you're interested in this, please use the link in the description of the video. I'll put a link in there. I would appreciate it very much. It helps the channel out a little bit. What it does, if you use my link, I'll get a few Blockdag for referring you. That's how it goes. So if you're interested, right now I think it's 0.0015 or something. So you could, I mean, stuff like this comes out. There's nobody denying this, right? I've looked into this. Blockdag gains attention. Alleged Coinbase and Kraken listing. That Martini guy's tweet sparks discussion on Blockdag's potential listing. There's all kinds of stuff going on out there. This would be absolutely massive, right? So I'm keeping my eye open for this. We'll see what happens. They're talking about a launch at the end of next month. They already missed one launch date, but we'll see what happens. First DAG chain, right? We'll see what happens. At 430 million they've raised in the pre-sale. You can right now. What's this say? How to acquire? Yeah, if you click on the link in the description of the video, it'll take you over there. If you're interested, check it out. Might turn into something. I don't know. If it hits Coinbase and Kraken, that's absolutely huge. They already have, I think, 10 other exchanges they're going on. So we'll see what happens here. Keep your eye open for that, right? We took a couple trades in Discord. Took a Litecoin short. I got stopped out here once. I got in a little bit too early. Should have waited for the retest up here. I got back in, doing pretty well on that. Looking for a fifth wave down here towards 95.24. And we also took a Kaspa short right up here. Looks like an ABC forming right here, right off this 618702. What really makes me think that is, take a look at this. You have a fair value gap right down to target here, right? AB, pull this down. C, that would fill most of the fair value gap, and then back up for looks like a potential wave 5 here on Kaspa. So that's two trades we got in. Been doing pretty good over there. If you're interested in coming over and trading with us, that's a level 3 membership in the description of the video. Please check it out. And we've been hitting some nice trades. Definitely hit one yesterday on 4U. That was a 200% trade. Went up 10%, and I had a 20x on it. Usually I was going higher on that, like 50x. I wish I would have. but I didn't. So anyway, doubled my money on that. We've definitely been nailing some lately, but missed the first entry on Litecoin, but got back in it here, so no big deal. And small stop loss on Kaspa. By the time this video is out, this trade will be 3/4 of the way over. But when I list them over there, I put at everyone. So if you're in the Discord, you get a announcement that I have sent you a message, and we have other people over there posting constantly. Man, we have a great bunch of people over there. So we're going to come back and take a look at this chart here in a second. That's enough of that. Let's take a look at the crypto bubbles. We got Tau popping nice. I know I think Rizzy hit a nice trade on Tau over there in Discord. H-Bar's finally doing something. Been talking about that thing forever. What do we got? Virtual moving. Let's take a look at the last week. See what we got. Well, there you go. Yeah, there's some. And this is the top 100. Okay. You got Trump up 15.8. H-Bar. Look at virtual. 87.5%. Beautiful. Nice move. Pump on hype. Arrow, Hex is moving. What's the other one? The other Richard Hart coin, Hex, and there's another one he has in here. Where's it at? They pretty much go together. Which one is it? Hex, and that'll drive me crazy. I'm just taking a look here real quick. See if I can see it or not. It'll pop out at me if I see it, I think. Anyway, Richard Hart. Yeah, if you don't know much about him, pretty cool guy. You go check him out. He's pretty entertaining. Definitely likes his watches and stuff. I've watched a few Richard Hart videos. Kaspa up 8.3% for the week. 24-hour volume, only 37 million. It's not a whole lot. $1.5 billion market cap, rank number 57. That's up 3 spots. For the month, we're down 23.4%. For the year, 51.8. I believe we're getting towards that launch area, guys. You know, it's the Bitcoin dominance. That's what we want to see crash here. Let's zoom in a little bit here. I had to use my wife's laptop here to make some videos. Let's see. I don't know how to do it. Okay. Fear and Greed Index at a 42. Altcoin season at a 27. You definitely need that to pop up here. Let's take a look at what the last 24 hours. I don't want to accept them on here. There's H-Bar meme. Tau's doing good. Did a video on that. I don't know when that was, a week or two ago. I got a lot of faith in this one here, Tau. I think that's a pretty decent project there. All right, but anyway, got Bitcoin at 114,986. That is down 0.11% for the last 24 hours. All right, let's come over here and take a look at a few of these charts. That block tag, the Coinbase thing, that's got me pumped up. All right, now let's get Litecoin off here and take a look here. Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance, right? That's the big things we want to see here. Let's go out here on a daily. See what's going on here. Still marching its way up here a little bit, right? Definitely still looking for a break of this trend line, right? That's what we need here for this dominance. You know, this first break and then a big breakdown here. But it is definitely getting there. You know, watching for a break here on this. They can't go up a whole lot further here, right? I mean, it has this resistance. It hit it once here. I don't think it's going to make it the whole way back up there again and hit it. You know, that 60.5% was my target. Right over here, it came up and got it once. Will it come up and get it again? I don't know. But we're looking for the big breakdown, right? I mean, that's what we're looking for. I mean, look at this. And we're going to get it here eventually. You know, Bitcoin's not, it's not going to run up and run back out the top. You know, that would be crazy, right? It's just like a normal trade, like a short, taking a short on this, right? You got the breakdown, you're coming up, you get looking for the retest, enter your short, and there you go. And there it runs down. Just a normal, looking chart, just waiting for a retest and a rollover. That's it. You know, so as soon as Bitcoin dominance decides it's going to do it, you know, then it's gonna happen. As far as Bitcoin goes, let's come over here. Which chart was I using here last time? Let me see. It's on a daily. Let's go on a 4-hour. Let's see which one. Okay, here we go. This must be it here, yeah. Yep, this would be the one, right? Let's get this off here. Yeah, still moving up towards that target area that I put on here last time, right? Look at it, once it gets up in this box, that's when we're gonna know, you know, if Bitcoin's doing, if it's gonna break through up here, or if it's gonna do one of these numbers right here. You know, the big A, B. You know, right, alt season starts on this C leg. You know, this could take a couple months. I mean, if this is on a 4-hour, if we put it on a weekly, maybe not a couple months, maybe. Let's see here. I mean, you got potential A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B. That's that there. We'll see, right? This is taken, just that move there, but it took about 3 weeks, right? About a month, and getting this move up. We're going to know soon enough. You know, either it breaks through this 119.5 and heads higher. The target, if it does break up through there, next target's up at 140. Okay, now if it gets rejected here, and ABCs, yeah, that could be. You know, you'd be looking down around, what, 97 to 94, 95, you know, if it ABCs here. So we're just waiting this out and seeing what happens here with this thing. You know, if we take it, let's look in here. It could have a wave 5 coming right here. Look at this. That's what it's looking like too on the smaller picture. Then on the bigger picture, it looks, I believe, I see what's going on. You know, you never know for sure, right? But this is what this looks like to me right here. All right, right inside here, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. All right, and then on this outside, we could have it going on a bigger 1, 2, 3, you know, then a 4-way pullback, and then if maybe we end up with a double top, who knows? You know, that's very, very possible. Definitely could happen. You know, but that's kind of what it's looking like to me here. You got a 1, 2 right here, and then you have 5 waves inside here, which would be your wave 3, right? The target for this 5th wave, we could take a fib and put on it right into our box, 118.2, 118.240, right in to the right between the 618 and 702. Okay, so that's where it looks like this is probably heading. Then I would expect, you know, a little bit of a pullback in here. 1, 2, 3. That's a 4th wave pullback, and then a 5th wave. And we'll see, right? But I'd be looking for this number here, right up in that area, 118, 2.5, between 118 and 119, right up into the 618, 702. Looks like that's where it's headed. Let's go over to Kaspa. Oh, that ABC's working out well. That trade is working out beautiful. Hope you guys got in it over there. I've seen a few people jumping in it over in Discord. That's truly what I believe this thing's doing. I mean, you got a right back here, you got fair value gaps, one here, one here. You can see this jump up, fair value gap right there. ABC would fill these two up right here, okay, and then back up for another wave up here. Now what's that? Let's take a look. This ends up pulling down here. AB target for C would be right around there. Let's mark this off here. Somewhere right around here. 5, right around, right in that general area. Okay. Now let's get this off here. If it pulls down into that area, it was up here, what would the fifth wave be looking like? That's the fifth wave is going to end up being bigger, right? Bigger target. And how do I know? I'm probably looking at a fifth wave. I'll come out here. Let's get these gaps off here. All right, and you can see right here beautifully what you got going on here. Right here you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up to looks like 0.062. And after this ABC completes, I'll be jumping in along and running that up to there. Okay, what's that gonna be? Oh yeah, that'll end up being, you know, on a 20x, that's a 240% move. So if you, I don't know, for instance, if it works out in our favor, we take a long here and it runs up, and you put $100 on it, you'd make $240, right? So there you go. And membership over there is only $15, man. $15 for the month, and quite honestly, I don't know. YouTube takes quite a bit of it in taxes, but I end up with a couple bucks out of it. We have 167 members in there, something like that. So we would love to have you. Oh yeah, this is pulling down now. Beautiful, beautiful. That's going to be a nice gainer. But I'll be watching for Kaspa to come up here towards 6.2. Now out here, we were looking originally, or I was, for a pullback down here towards this 382 area. Okay, might not get that. Might be bouncing now. You know, these wicks. I think a lot of these. I don't know if the market. You know, I'm kind of looking at it as a black swan event almost. You know, even over there on Bitcoin's chart, they're kind of, I don't know, kind of sloppy. I think it was nothing more than that liquidity grabs. You know, the big guys pushing around money. You know, yeah, especially, you know, stopping out trades. You know, you get a big move like this, you're gonna hit people's stop losses like crazy, man. And it did it on all the charts. You know, there's Kaspa. You know, come over on Bitcoin. We got a big wick. You know, it stopped out a lot of people's trades. That's what it did. You know, unless you were in a good short and ran it down here. You know, but if you go in, let's go in hourly on that and see what happened with that. It was pretty much straight down, right down. You know, Kaspa. You know, that's going in hourly. Take a look at that move. Yeah, boy, if you were in a short there, you did well, right? That's for sure. I mean, that thing just rolled right over. Yeah, look at this. This trade's working out great. It's starting to move now. That's what my phone was, giving me an update on my trade. But I'll be looking for something like this, guys. Probably a move up towards 6.2 after a pullback down here towards 5.5. If all this works out like I planned here, right? Let's put an ABC on here so we know next time we came back That's what we were watching here. A, B, C down to here. Then we're looking for a push up here towards 6.2. Please hit that like and subscribe, and check out that level 3 membership. And if you're interested in BlockDAG, I'm going to put a link in the description of the video. All right. Thank you so much, guys. After it comes up here at 6.2, I'd be looking for some kind of correction. ABC back down to the downside. And then who knows? Maybe this all turns into a big 1, 2. And we start this big run back up. We got it coming. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everybody.